And action.
Okay, so at his weakest moment, Thor feels like he's got nothing anymore. Like I said before, he wants to give up. But after the re-encounter with his father, Odin, he realizes there's still a chance, and the film captures that perfectly. So when he's first met with Odin once again, he's kneeling, showing his desperation and overall weakness. And the camera's angle, like you can see right here, it puts him above, because that's what he feels. He feels like he's weak. His father is way stronger, and he's gone now, and that just furthers his despair. However, after Odin, talks some sense into him, the lighting in a specific scene shifts is soft and yellowish, showing something we usually associate with hope and good things in the film area, and Thor realizes that he does have enough power within him to make things right and save them all. After finally realizing his true potential, we get extremely powerful shots of Thor, which was pretty badass. With the dominating colors of blue and yellow, both colors associated with power and positivity. Not only was it an extremely epic part of the film, but it was one of the most defining. He finally got to unlock his inner power, and the film portrayed that perfectly. Before this epic scene, he was being pinned down by his sister in despair, and now he's finally showing why he's the god of thunder and why he should be feared. I especially like when he comes down and all the lightning trails behind him. He's above all, and the camera angles used portray that really well. As for editing, the CGI, obviously, Chris Hemsworth isn't a natural god, and all this stuff isn't real. So the CGI used in the film was pretty crazy, making Thor's power shown throughout his entire body, and when he was attacking the enemy, it seemed real. And the effect of a true god was conveyed and done really well. As for the music, using the Immigrant Song, which was the song you guys heard, it was a 1970s song by an English rock band called Led Zeppelin, and they actually bought it, Marvel, I'm pretty sure, just for the film itself. And it was a really great touch because the song and all, it deals with lyrical references to both Thor, I'm not sure if that's correct, but so it deals with references to mythology and war making, and it just made the scene so much more enhanced, and it was really clever. As for the performance, like myself, a lot of people loved this film greatly, receiving a grand score of 92 on the Rotten Tomatoes site, which is really hard. And it had a lot of great reviews, so it's not hard to see why this film was loved so much. The cinematography, the detailing, everything was fantastic, and everyone else seemed to think so too. The Marvel Cinematic Universe's most audacious entry so far. Thor's third standalone movie goes there with wild, bold choices, and it succeeds epically on many levels. And that is the end for this presentation. Thank you.
So we presenting it? So questions first,
Right.
before I give my feedback. Was this presentation missing anything? No. Again, all there is, again, a great streak of material in this presentation. I love on this slide that you cited sources, right?
Yeah.
You went to you did your research. You went to
I
Rotten
did, yeah.
Tomatoes. You went to Common Sense Media. You looked up who the music, where the music came from. Hey, it's Led Zeppelin. You're like, okay, it's a CGI. It's obviously CGI. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it, but obviously they didn't cover him in lightning and expect him not to die while filming
Exactly,
the
yeah.
scene. Can you go back up to your slide on cinematography?
I have two. So
Yeah, the first one.
the first one?
Yeah. So again, just great material here. The only thing I would like you to and for all of you, not just Adeline, but you say that the camera angle is made to put Odin above, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely, you're 100% correct. All I'd like all of you to do is use the domain-specific vocabulary, meaning what is the angle? High, medium, low? High, low, low? Where's the camera?
It's high, low.
It's low, right?
Low
The
angle.
camera is low shooting up.
Low,
So people call it an up shot, but at low angle.
it's a low angle, yeah.
So low angle, it's kind of two shot sizes in one. From the waist up means it's what? Medium shot. And from the knees up means it's a what? Full shot would be the whole body. Not long, medium wide shot. So we have both a low angle, medium shot, and medium wide shot in one. And if you look at the shot, it's balanced because he's the most powerful one here, right? But Thor's closer to the camera, so he's bigger in the frame.
Yeah.
So it actually really balances out beautifully. It's a really great shot. I really loved all the screenshots you pulled out, and I think that the work you did of cutting out all the characters like you did, I mean, I saw you did that when you first turned in your presentation. I wanted to ask you about it. And it's obvious you did a lot more work than you needed to do just to get those, and I really appreciate that. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Again, you picked a really fun scene. Thank you again.